Hey guys, Amanda here. I thought I'd do a quick video on all the important and essential big item things that you need when you're having twins. I was really inspired to do this video for a couple of reasons. One reason being that I have some friends who, even just having one, they go out and they buy just about everything on the market that they can think of. And maybe not everything gets used, and a lot of stuff sits in the basement or the attic or storage unit with tags on it, or they end up giving away whatever it was because they hardly ever used it. Another reason is that when you have twins, one of the funniest things that people can say is, "Oh, you must buy two of everything, hon." And that's not necessarily the case. I think naturally I come by being a minimalist, and I think that that's a really smart way to be when you have twins. You can save a lot of money with that mentality and that idea. So here it goes. The first thing on my list is boppies. Boppies are like half pillows, round, Boppy, if you're not familiar with those. I know that you can go to Target or Walmart or Toys R Us, Babies R Us, and you can buy boppies, and I think they run about $30. I could be wrong, but roughly about $30. And when you have babies 0 to 1 year, whatever, those really come in handy. We actually brought our boppies to the hospital with us after we had, I had a C-section, and so you had to stay for 4 days and all that. And I really didn't want the girls to spend any more time in that hospital nursery than they had to, so it really worked out for them to use the boppies in bed with me at the hospital so I could keep them close by. They can sleep in them comfortably, and you can prop them up and all that stuff. They really help if you're going to nurse, breastfeed. They really come in handy for that. When your babies get a little bit older, they can have that support behind them to learn how to sit up, which was really cool. So I actually had my boppies were given to me by this sweet lady that I worked with, and I couldn't appreciate it more. If you do, and I do recommend going to maybe your favorite consignment shop, or putting it on your registry. If you're going to have a baby shower, those would be two things that I would ask for. And if you're totally skeeved out by it or uncomfortable with it, you can wash whatever it is and then go to the store, and you can actually buy covers for your boppies, and they come in all different colors, and and if you do that, you can save yourself some money. I think the covers might run about $12 or $15. So that's pretty cool. The second thing that really came in handy for us were those bouncing vibrating chairs. I think they call them Papasan chairs. Those were really awesome. Sometimes, if my husband wasn't home or I didn't have extra help, I could be holding one baby and another one would be in the bounce chair, and I could just have my foot on it and just bounce while I hold the other one. Or they just really worked out. Those were actually our favorite baby items to have. We called ours the golden chairs. The kids, the babies, they loved them so much, and we probably used it until they were too big for it. We actually got them used. Well, that's not true. One of them was given to us, and then my mom had bought us, a new one, which was really sweet. So if you're going to have a baby registry, or you're on your own, you can go find those at a consignment shop, or like I said, put it on the registry and make sure you get two. They're really important. Or however many multiples you are about to have. They really come in handy. The third thing that really was awesome was my electric breast pump. As gung-ho as I was about breastfeeding, you're always going to need a little extra, help, and that comes from your breast pump. And it's, and obviously you probably already think you need a breast pump. But what really, really came in handy was a hand pump. If you're anything like me and you don't like to stay in the house for too long, even when my kids were teeny tiny things, we liked to get out of the house, whether, it was walking around the mall or, the park or whatever it was. I didn't really have the timing thing down with breastfeeding as soon as I had liked. So we had a little incident at Target where I needed to pump. And so I ended up buying like this $10 hand pump and going to the car and pumping right there, and it really worked out. And it was really small, so I could fit it right in the diaper bag, and as soon as we got home you could wash it. I think they do also have extra bottles that you can buy to keep around for the breast pump. Like if you have to pump more than one bottle, I guess having an extra would be essential. The third thing that I thought, actually it's the fourth thing that I think is super duper important is rocking chairs. I don't really have too much on this list. Like I said, this is all like big things just to get you through the first year. A rocking chair of some sort. I never had a rocking chair. My mom did. My mom had a few rocking chairs. I think she had like 3 different kinds of chairs. Maybe the glider chairs are a little bit more affordable. If you can find them at a consignment shop or a thrift store or whatever you have, or Craigslist, I think that having one, if your budget allows for you to have 2, then 2 would be super cool if you have room for it. Make sure like you try and find 1 or 2 that are super comfortable for you, that have a lot of cushion and on the arms and the back and the bottom. I don't think I would recommend one of those old school, wooden rocking chairs that maybe, our moms or grandparents have, laying around the house. I don't think I'd recommend those. Just I don't think they'd be very comfortable. But definitely go and check out and see what you can find used before you go and buy anything crazy. I think that one of the misconceptions of having twins or becoming a parent is that you need the latest and greatest and the best, and I think that that's just a total waste of money. We only really use these things for like 12 months, if that, depending on the size of your kids. So the less you buy, the more money you have and the more space you have and the more that you can get given to you, or you can borrow, which is always fun. You just keep it in good shape and then give it back when you're all done with it. I think that that's really important. I think living with the mentality of being minimal will help create less chaos around the house. So you're not tripping over things or cluttering up the house, which can be really frustrating. Just knowing that you don't need everything that everybody else seems to have, because a lot of this stuff you only use for like a minute. And hi, Sophie. Am I talking about you? I think I am talking about you. Oh, there she is, Miss America. You want to talk?
About Anna and Elsa.
Oh, we're frozen. Well, right now we're talking about all of Mommy's favorite things that we used when you were just a little baby.
If you like my hair.
I do like your hair.
I like your hair.
I'm going to have to do a video about when your kids decide to cut their hair. That was fun. That was a fun day. I think that's a really good story. Maybe after I'm done filming this one, I will film that one. I was kind of thinking I would go in chronological order here, of like 0 to, a year to, up to 5.
About our address?
No, we're not going to talk about our address. That's crazy. Don't tell anybody where our address is. Ooh. I love you. Crazy girl. But anyways, I hope these little things were helpful. And aside from, the cribs and, oh, by the way, cribs, we have 2 cribs that we used. But we started using the second crib when, really? When they were about
Babies.
7 or 8 months old. Up until then, they shared a crib, or my husband and I, we rotated.
And we get bigger.
We rotated between the couch and the bed. Maybe my husband was on the couch and I was on the bed, and he had to work and get sleep and all of that. So we, thank you. So we if I had one, he had one, and when that one woke up, then we would rotate and all of that. So our cribs were used very gently, we'll say, up until about 7 months. After 7 months, they get kind of, crazy, and they like to bounce around and kick each other. So I don't think 2 cribs right away is all that important. So don't stress yourself out about, making sure that that's all said and done. Of course, we all have our different ideas of where our kids are going to sleep, but that's just how we did it. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, good, give it a thumbs up. If there's anything, I'm not going to add anything like clothes and blankets. Of course, we all know we need all that stuff. And our kids are always born at different months, so different months require different clothes. So until we see each other again, we are sounding off. Sophie, say goodbye.
Bye.